we actually onboard startups with an intention to help them. And what kind of help they need? They typically need 2 or 3 different types of help. One, if they have an idea, they're getting their product out, and many of them are in very early stages. They actually want some customers to try that out. And usually in this country, we have this culture that if somebody is a startup, somebody wants to help them, they say, oh yeah, you can do this free. So we actually encourage the people who want to help them, saying, don't just give your place to come and, put their product and show it to you. Buy it. You may or may not use it entirely, or sometimes it's a loss. Sometimes it may be a great, useful product for you. But let us get away from the culture of asking something for free from a startup. And this has actually led to a very different culture in the startup world right now. Otherwise, majority of the reason why startups were failing in India is all their early customers whom they thought were good sandboxes, were good beta customers, where they could get a prototype done, they were all demanding that for free. Now they're saying, in their form of help, they can pay a little bit. They don't have to pay the full price, but they pay a little bit. So one, they're becoming sandboxes, they're becoming testing grounds, they're becoming beta customers, they are the paid pilots for the startups. And that's a great help for startups. It's not always the funding. Now, that's the second part, right? So the next part is the money, right? So to do anything, for startups to hire, for many big companies it's difficult to hire in this country. Now you can imagine the plight of the startups where, when they have to find critical talent, and they're working on cutting edge technologies, very different ideas, things that people are not used to. Right? So you need a very different type of workforce talent. So they need money for that. So the second is the capital. So we actually arrange funds for these startups. Jay mentioned this. We actually have a network called ISF Angels, where many HNIs contribute into these funds. It's not charity. They're actually investing in these startups. They get an equity share in those startup companies, and they take part in their success. And when these startups have difficult time, they also become the supporting system for them to find their next bit of money or next set of customers. And then the mentors, the most importantly, when these startups, they are being a startup not because they know everything, but they know a few things. They're very passionate. They're driven by their idea and their inspiration on what they want to do. But that doesn't mean they're good in every aspect of business. So they need a lot of mentoring from people who have seen this from various angles, and they actually advise them at the right time, saying, this is the right way to do it, this is the wrong way to do it. I know somebody who can help you here. We can actually send you to a system or a place or a company where you can actually get the right kind of help you need. This mentorship. So these are the 3 things. There are a few others that we do, but these are the 3 critical factors. Now, how they happen, and that's what Jay was mentioning, that is our mantra. It happens, how we do it. We just do it by connecting. We say, if you're looking for as Jay mentioned about this defense company, right, we'll connect you to DRDO. And if you are another type of company, we'll connect you to that kind of a customer base, or that kind of an investor base, or that kind of a mentor. So that is the first part of our mission, connect. And then usually it doesn't work when you just connect. You send a phone number by WhatsApp. Very few people respond to those things. And in fact, a lot of the startups also are very junior people, as I said. They don't even know how to approach people, senior people. They're intimidated. They'll first say, hello, sir. Well, say something after that. You can't just stop saying, how many of you get these messages saying, hello, sir? So we actually train them. Look, when you go and ask sincerely for help, ask openly. This is the situation I'm in. This is the help I need. That's the part. And then even that doesn't automatically happen. We have to set a system of collaboration. That is our second part of the mantra. You connect them first, but don't just stop there. You create a mechanism. In fact, today what we are doing is part of that. We actually bring in a whole lot of people and say, now let's start talking to each other, and this is collaboration. Now the third is a celebrate. Now between collaboration and the celebration, there has to be some success. And that we make it very clear to everybody. We asked all of you to be volunteers, we asked all of you to be participating in this, but not just for the namesake, right? So make something happen in the middle. And that's when we actually have a reason to celebrate. And that has been happening for 3 years now.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to My Startup TV.